Coach. Thanks. We're about 12 miles south of the future home of the Chargers at the current home of the Chargers, and that's Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Dallas Cowboys and our home team. As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Second and 14. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Nice 7, let's go. Go. I'm coming after you.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Fielded just inside the 20. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Might have needed just one more block as it stands, 37-yard return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
King to throw on 2nd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here's King to throw on third down. Now a loose football. The ball comes out and picked up by the Chargers. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Give them 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Let's go. 25. Check 25. Check 25. General, West. Mike 50. Let's go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Chargers, first down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Tight ends on the loosey. Tight ends on the loosey. Ready.
On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. Space to run past the 20. 23 yards the pickup there.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Okay, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Dallas Cowboys and our home team. As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 90, Wolf.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
You remember me? H3, 218, chopper, chopper.
2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. They'll drop the throw. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Set, ready. Get the flag. 951. Let's go, D.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Pollard going to try the right side. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Ready up. Come on, boy, 51. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Check 52.
To throw on 3rd down. King throwing right, and that's complete. 23 yards on the play. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Second and goal at the Chargers' 5-yard line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. first carry here for Robinson. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
That's just me and you. That's just me and you. Check. Crunch. Crunch. Let happen.
Now the first carry for Marlon Mack. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back.
Tight dog. Tight dog. Tight dog. Pilot 64. Weak. Zoom, fellas. Let's go. Ready, 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 go.
He'll drop to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. A try here for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys.
Cowboys 7, Chargers nothing.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
One of the selling points at the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give them the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
So right after the defense gets you the ball on a takeaway and a fumble recovery of their own, you've got to reward them, don't you? You've got to stay out on the field, give them a chance to rest, and how about doing it the way they did it, running the football and picking it up on 3rd down.
Yeah, would not have wanted to go 3 and out. They avoid that right there.
Yeah, they avoided the glares as they went back to the bench, didn't they?
22, check bomber. Bravo. Let's go.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his man here as Gary Jennings Jr. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An out cut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
2nd and 6. And that is is incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
They'll set up a throw. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 44-yard line.
That's another Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll look to throw. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
You know the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check 24. Check 24.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Come on, set. 30 pace, let's go. Ricky, topper. Foxtrot.
2nd and 2. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Back to the ground now with Gordon. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. PAT up and good by Rosas. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. 2nd down and inches. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to...
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Chargers have taken the lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ashawn Robinson, too much to handle that time, gets the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And picked up by the Chargers. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And now 3 drives, 3 fumbles.
What's amazing about it is when we go around and watch practices, how many times do we see them put that sleeve over a football now to make it more slippery and hard to handle? It's almost like they're playing with that sleeve on the ball right now. Was that 3 drives?
Yep.
3 fumbles?
3 fumbles.
It's time to change our luck some way, somehow. Focus, concentration, you'll hear those words on the bench in a big way right now.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
He's turning right here. He's turning on the right. Turn on the right. Hey, 4 down. 4 down. Race don't travel. Race don't travel. Let's go.
Back to throw. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. A 20-yard touchdown. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Is that not the very definition of a tough yard gained?
Now, is that one where as the receiver you go to your quarterback and say, why'd you even throw that?
Yeah, I think you do, and I think you wonder what type of a route are you going to send me on that only 1 yard's going to be the result? If I'm going to go in there and take contact, let's go ahead and get something out of it, not just 1 yard.
Back to throw. King. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. It's a gain of 16 and a Dallas first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Let's go. 15 running. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. Hey, alert 3. Watch the twitch. Watch the twitch.
Now King. Off play action. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Set, cut. Hey, hold on. Switch. Mike's 50.
To throw is King. From the gun, he'll throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are back within a single score. Extra point forthcoming. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
Chargers 21, Cowboys 14.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Yeah, baby.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. They'll set up to throw. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
They'll look to throw here. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go now, let's go now, let's go now. 15 lining. Strip that ball. Blue dot Quarkus, blue dot Quarkus. And go!
He'll look to throw. This is the tight end, Njoku. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. A toss play. Gordon. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Brings up third down and 6 yards to go.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Check 37, check 37. 61, matchbox, light. Smoke. Ready.
Looking to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Melvin Gordon. Incomplete. It's now 4th down.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make them punt it. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And Rosas puts this one through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's Pollard again. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards there and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. On the toss, here's Robinson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's go. Watch the eye. Switch.
King now. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Finds a seam inside the 40. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 36.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. King going to throw again. And an alley to run. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 25-yard line.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Here's King, throwing on first down. Open man is Ross, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Throwing on first down. King finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They run. Robinson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Oh, here we go. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Seam 6.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. 30. The 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 69 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll run it with Mack, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
They'll come out in the pistol. One man in the backfield, that's Gordon, 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Recon, 132 fight. Yes! Let's go, right here. Pick the edge. Go. Ready, go.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. And the kick by Rosas is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you got all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision. Let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
Throwing to start the drive. King. Now they go screen. It's complete. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas 1st down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo!
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Here we go. Check.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
It's a gain of 3. And a Cowboy first down.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now King operating from the gun. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Joey Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. 2nd and long. Out to his left. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now.
To throw is King on 3rd down. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 22-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Going to run again here with Pollard. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. As his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Completes it to Jennings. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Delta. 25 to Mike. We're going to have
Back to throw here. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Check three. H3, 218. Chopper. Go. Ready, go.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. David Njoku, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Back to throw again. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. King. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Pollard. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining.
You got it. You got it. You got it.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Pollard. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
The Charger drive about to get going. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts. And Mack has the ball stripped. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. It's a first down and more for Gordon. And all the way up to the 37-yard line. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Watch the curl. Check. Hot.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Ready. 18 Gator. Here's the corner now.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
Here we go. 60 orange. Give me that.
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. And they cannot do anything to stop the clock defensively. 3 straight wins to start the campaign now.
And this is where a team, privately, within the confines of their own room, their meeting rooms, the locker room, they start to think to themselves, we're pretty good. We should be a playoff team.
Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the home team here, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew,